All right, traders, George here in time for trades of the week, plural. Today in the room, we looked at 3 media stocks, and after hours today, they all turned out to be big movers. And the trade setups and scenarios that I showed you basically all panned out for all 3 candidates. So let's review them real quick here. It's good to do this after you see it live for that added belief building and the ability to see the same signal in the future and take it again. So here we'll start out with Pandora. This is the weekly chart, and the initial analysis was to look for strength that would then put this in a more favorable position to go long. And price needed to move up to 1964 for that to happen. There's a fair bit of trading commitment right in this $19 zone here, and we didn't break over the 19 today. This is a weekly chart. We actually faded from 1890, and it's down about 19% right now, trading in as low as almost to this short target here at 1404, lows 1407s. So it basically filled all the way through this air pocket and found a support bounce at this area here. That's what we covered in the room this morning. It's exactly what happened. So from the long perspective, not showing the strength to be long there, and currently at 15 even right now. So definitely moved in favor quite a bit already. The candidate that we're looking at here, Pandora, is a media stock, and that was the theme. So we also looked at Twitter and we looked at LinkedIn. So let's look at those charts right now. So again, this is a weekly chart, and this is LinkedIn. And the call that I made this morning was to highlight the fact that this has gone on a bullish impulse here, that it's had a very strong correction, reclaimed this key balance beam here, and then started to chop up sideways here, almost like a very deep cup and handle style pattern here. But the main takeaway is that price was above this balance beam ceiling right here, and that was a real nice place to be long, because there's just not as much commitment as you move up, and it makes it very easy for price to continue on up. So it was basically long as soon as we looked at it, and that's up 7.4% right now, up to 255s. Again, this is a weekly chart, not going live to where it is after hours right now. So that one's popped over 17 bucks here. A real nice call as well. And again, it's all about being a buyer above and a seller below these key areas, and also recognizing the greater trend. The Pandora setup was much more compromised below a key area. Here, LinkedIn is pressed up to its highs and just with really nothing much above it to keep it from going higher. So a real nice setup there as well. So this is Twitter, same charts we looked at in the room, and this is a daily chart, so this is not reflecting where it is right now. And basically the call was to be long as soon as I looked at this. Price just clearing this balance beam threshold right here, this downtrend broken, trader trend going bear neutral, which is a bullish signal in this case, and on the heels of white fib candles here, all giving nice strength of signal, and of course pure price the most important. And well, that's up 10.5% right now. It's trading at 45.61s, so it surpassed the target one that I had. And if you look to the left, 45.61, this top line right here, this is 45.45. So right here, price has superseded that level by 15 cents or so, and there's a good air pocket that could pull us up to the next level that I highlighted, basically just clearing 52 to get up to the spike here. Might want to give that a little bit of a nod, sub 52, looking for some overhead resistance moving up. But the attraction to being long here, love this setup here. I'm not much of a bottom feeder when it comes to stock setups. It's all breakouts to new highs and bull trends resuming the trend. But this is a really good bottom feed candidate. As I highlighted in the room this morning, there is a lot of trading commitment down here in the $40 camp and even the $38, $39 camp, and price breaking over that just gives a real easy passage for it to move up to the next key area. And in doing so, it's actually punched up a little bit higher. So it's cleared this ceiling here, and it's now resting on what could turn into yet another air pocket to pull it up to the low 50s here. I'll give an honorable mention to the setup I showed you on the Dow, because that really gave us and gave me further evidence to be looking to go long throughout this week here. 17,465, that's where we looked at this in the live room Tuesday morning, looking to be long with these three areas here as the three primary targets above where we were. So we've actually driven all the way up to the top here, 17,800s essentially, and it happened very quickly. This has all happened in 3 days. So this bullish action here also translating to the markets at large. And so whatever's setting up nicely your stock setups, this is just helping the cause there, obviously. And the weakness that we saw in Pandora also keeping anybody out of that thing from being long. And if you happen to take that thing short, or we're able to manage that to the short side, you're sitting on some pretty good gains right now. So all three of those candidates moving well in favor of the trade directions I talked about in the room this morning. Back to Tuesday morning, the follow through of the Dow futures spiking over 350 points in favor since I made that call Tuesday morning. That is the benefit to being in the live room, getting a handle and maybe advance warning of some of these great setups here. If you're following these setups and signals that I'm showing you, your account should be far outpacing what the markets at large are doing. So we talked about averaging the Dow, the NASDAQ, and the S&P for a barometer to what your accounts might be doing. It's not hard to double the performance of the market by having the right stocks in your account. So today is just yet another example of that. Some real good action across the board here. Twitter, LinkedIn, and then the suspected negative action there from Pandora, and of course the big follow through in the Dow. We'll lump that one in as well for trades of the week. That'll do it for now. We'll see you back in the live room.